Yeah, first, yeah, it's recording. Let's start. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, this is our presentation of our project, the phone directory management system. And then this is the contents. We will start from the introduction. And the phone directory management system is the program which main idea is to store the data of contents and maintain it, add, delete, search, and display. The problem is only that there is no database used, and therefore all the data stores only while the program runs. The program is written on one of the most common object-oriented programming language, named Java, and the binary search and quicksort algorithms were implemented. The SOLID and the KISS were used during the development of program. Architecture was based on the MVC, the model view controller.
Yeah, hello. We go to the functions. Here, if we look on the project, it was built like we have only one model, which is user entity. It contains the item's name, phone number, and address. The main items which we need to collect during the adding adding the record. It has two constructors, default and custom. Default in case like when we create the entity of user with the default numbers and custom when we want to customize the items, and they're also implemented getters and setters for each item, and overridden methods to strings to make it more easy to visualize the data. If we discuss where this project can be used, potentially it can be used in the shops and mass market, like on the market. Can save the data about the customer, and for example, instead of address, we can collect email address and share news about the promotions with their client. And the common example is phone contacts, like in our phones, where we which we just save to not remember, to not memorize everything, just to call if it needed. All models implemented in each class. This is actually the concept of solid, and also concept of keys used, like to keep it simple, to make it much readable. And first model is insert util, where we insert the record to our database. Like we don't have database actually. We used array list, data structure of array list. I will tell about a little bit later. Yeah, in insert util there are 4 functions: define user details, set username, set user number, and insert new record. Actually, here defined user details and insert new record is the main functions which works. First one is the which types is user. It returns user. We give here user array list to put it in specific array list. And in this function uses set username and set user number. It use recursion in both, because sometimes in our project names are unique, and if for example user insert name which already exists, it will ask him to reinsert it again. It will be shown in the demonstration part, just a brief explanation. And set user number, and sometimes when you type, you can type the letter on the number, and this is it handles that if you type a letter, it's gonna say you that you're wrong to retype it because the number contains only digits. And insert record, it just inserts the user, which we already did here, created here, to the array list. Yeah, let's go next. And delete util, it has only one function, which is delete. Yeah, it model 2. It helps. It's just the model 2 which assists user to delete existing contact. Yeah. It accepts it accepts user array list, like array list of users to delete from the specific array list, and it delete user. The modifier and type is void. Another is model 3 is binary search util. For searching, we implemented binary search. The reasons why will be explained later in the next part, design part. Here, I would like to show you like just functions, binary search function and find user function. Actually, main function is this one, which implements main algorithm on binary search. Uh, if the if the if its type is int, it returns int, and if there is a if we give a search value, and if there is a like exist in the user list, user array list, then it will return the position of it. If not, it will return -1 integer. And find user binary is just written to handle everything, to not write a lot of code. It returns a user. It like the type is user. It returns user from the sorted array list. So it sorts array list and then use binary search. And the last model is model 4, which is quick sort util. Actually, in the model 4, model 4 sorts like displays sorted sorted like list of our records. So it was decided to use quicksort, why it will be also explained a little bit later. Here, the three functions, actually, all of them just creates one algorithm of the quicksort. Quicksort here just it will use recursion, just main things here written partition and swap. Actually, the main part of the quicksort algorithm. Partition returns int type, and swap is just void. And if we go further, the main program works in the main class. We have main public static void main class, which is where the whole program runs. By the specification of Java, it is like void static and so on, yeah, and public. Program is just a function of summarizing everything runs there. And sort is like processing of the model one, everything which is written in the insert util, just concluded in here to avoid spaghetti code. Is like and to follow keys, keep it simple. Delete also the same with the previous model two. Search binary is also the same with the previous, and display of first records is the same with the previous. It just displays all records. All of them is void. Type is void, and there's no items which we input inside. And also it's written also print screen and print smile. You will see the smile in the future. It's just a funny face for console output to make it like more funnier, more interesting. And print main screen is just the main things which we like have the menu 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to not make again spaghetti code. Yeah, if we go to the design, the main thing when we um, made the design of the application was to make it like optimize it, readable and flexible. Therefore, to make it more flexible and readable, used patterns such as solid and keys, keep it simple. And also architecture called MVC, Model View Controller. It is not the exact MVC implemented in the program. However, it is based on this concept. So therefore, I think it is readable and also flexible. In the future, there can be added more modules, and it will not affect on the previous models. Also, there is used paradigms of OOP, encapsulation, and polymorphism. As you see, polymorphism, it was like the overridden to string. It's not a lot, but it's just, there is nothing to use in exacting polymorphism. There's another paradigm of OOP is hierarchy, but we didn't extend anything in the project. Therefore, it didn't use it. Encapsulation used really a lot, like privates and getters, setters, and so on. Data structure used there is array list, and the algorithm used is binary search and quick sort. Is one of the best algorithms in the search and the sorting in the world with the good average indexes. Why array list? Actually, in the beginning, we planned to use whether array list or linked list, but we stopped on the array list due to the some fact that we plan to use binary search and quicksort, and we have to get items from this and again to add them, like to get them and sort. And so we decided to use array list, and it is easier to use it actually. Linked list, it has really good uh, advantages in this program. However, um, uh, yeah, like it was hard to implement it, and it has some problems during the implementing it. So it was decided to use array list. And also time complexity, adding and removing is and like divide by 2 is an average. It is not critical like for our project. And yeah. And also this is get from Stack Overflow. Actually, the reasons why we don't use linked list. This is the source of Stack Overflow. Just yeah, I put the reference to the report. Why quicksort? Quicksort has high performance indexes with average and log n time complexity and log n space complexity, which is really good for if the data is high, is huge. And binary search is really good for time complexity and also for space complexity. And I would like to give word to the Betsy to show demonstration.
Yeah, this is the architecture of the project. Code implements in the main class like this. And next page. This is the menu, and then when the users start the system, it will show this, and there are 5 options for the user to choose what they want to do. And this is when the users choose to insert a new record, which is the option 1, and the data, the name and numbers are correctly inserted, then the user will be added successfully in the system, just like this. And when the user chooses to insert a new record, but the name has already existed, the system will not save the record again, and users has to enter another name again. And when users choose to insert a new record, but the phone number is incorrect, users have to enter a phone number again so as to save in the system. And when users choose to delete a record, which is the option 2, and it is deleted successfully, it shows like this. And when the users choose to delete a record, and if there is no such users in the system, it will show this sentence. And if the users choose to delete a record, and if there is no data in the system, it will show that there is no data. And when users choose to search a record by name, which is option 3, and there is such user, the system will show the record. And when the users choose to search a record by name, but there is no such user, and later users choose to display the records, which is option 4, and it shows like this. And same when the users choose to display records, but the result, and this is the result after deleting one of the record. And after adding a lot of users, and they display in alphabetic order, just like this. And user finally choose to quit the system. It shows the funny face and say goodbye. And this is the end of our presentation, and thank you. And if there is some question, you can email us.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Goodbye.